Morning everybody. I, Jaya Purwar, PGT Economics from Kendriya Vidyalaya Punjab Line Meerut Kent, want to share my views on human capital formation in India, which is most challenging topic of current challenges Unit 7, which comprises 22 marks in CBSE weightage. This is the most interesting topic, less commonly talked but more commonly applied. When we talked about human capital, we have certain skills that make us superior to other organisms. The skill of conversation, the skill of interacting, the skill of delivering lecture, the skill of giving training someone, and the skill of being trained. These are the unique characteristics that human beings have. This chapter is divided into two parts. In first part, we will study human capital and its meaning, sources of human capital formation, human capital and human development, physical capital and human capital. And in second part, relationship between human capital and economic growth, state of human capital formation in India, educational achievement in India, and future prospect of education. Now we will throw light on the meaning of human capital. Human capital refers to the stock of skill and expertise of a nation at a point of time. Just as a country can turn physical resources like land into a physical capital like factories, similarly it can also turn human resource like a student into a human capital like engineers and doctors. So it is very clear, without acquiring skill and expertise, a human resource cannot turn into a human capital. Now we will understand how human resource become a human capital. When expenditure is incurred on the education, health, on the job training, migration and information, human resource become human capital, and the process of becoming human resource to human capital is called human capital formation. These are the sources of human capital formation. One by one we will study. First is investment on education. It is considered as one of the main source of human capital. Spending on education by individual is similar to spending on capital goods by companies with objective of increasing profit. Likewise, individual invest in education with objective of increasing their future income. So it is very clear, a person who is educated and literate would have a better living standard as compared to an illiterate person, because education provides knowledge to understand the changes taking place in society, and it is also stimulate innovations. Next, expenditure on health. Health is also considered as important input for the development of a nation, as much as it is important for the development of an individual. So health is very important for individual as well as nation. Health expenditure directly increase the supply of healthy labor force and thus a source of human capital formation. So we can say healthy person can contribute more in the society than a sick person, because healthy person increase the productivity and sick person does not increase the productivity of a condition. There are various sources of health expenditure. First, preventive medicine. So, preventive medicine refers to the vaccination so that disease should not happen in the entire society. Curative medicines. Once a person is ill, so a person can cured through medical intervention. जब व्यक्ति बीमार हो जाए तब जो दवा दी जाती है उसको क्यूरेटिव मेडिसिन. सोशल मेडिसिन. It refers to the spreading awareness in society. In these days, when COVID-19 is spreading in our world, so it is the duty of all of us to create awareness of social distancing. It is the live example of social medicine. And provision of clean drinking water so that waterborne disease may not spread in the society. Next, expenditure on the job training. Firms spend on giving job training to their worker. It may take of different forms. First, the worker may be trained in firms itself under the supervision of skilled worker or seniors. Next, the worker may be sent off-campus training. Expenditure regarding on the job training is a source of human capital formation as the return of such expenditure in form of enhanced productivity is more than the cost of it. Expenditure on migration. People migrate in search of jobs that fetch them higher salary than what they may get in their native place. Unemployment is the region of rural-urban migration in India. Migration involves the cost of transport, cost of living in strange socio-cultural setup. The enhanced earning in the new place outweigh the cost of migration. Hence, the expenditure on migration is also a source of capital formation. The next is expenditure on information. People spend to acquire information relating to the labor market and other market. They want to know about educational institution and the level of the salaries associated with various type of jobs. Expenditure incurred for acquiring information relating to the labor market and other market is also a source of human capital formation. And these days when the COVID-19 is spreading in our society, so all the teaching and medical prescription on all types of services are provided through internet. So these are also a source of human capital formation. The difference between human capital and human development. Human capital considered education and health as a means to increase labor productivity. Human development considered education and health as integral to human well-being. Human capital treats human being as a means to an end, the end being to increase the productivity. In human development, human beings are ends in themselves. Human welfare should be increased through expenditure on education and health even if such investment do not result in high labor productivity. So इससे ये स्पष्ट है कि ह्यूमन कैपिटल तभी बढ़ेगा जब शिक्षा स्वास्थ्य इन पर व्यय करने से यदि उत्पादकता बढ़ती है तो ह्यूमन कैपिटल बढ़ेगा। लेकिन ह्यूमन डेवलपमेंट ये मानता है कि शिक्षा और स्वास्थ्य प्राप्त करना व्यक्ति का एक अधिकार है। इससे चाहे उत्पादकता बढ़े या ना बढ़े, लेकिन ह्यूमन डेवलपमेंट होगा। डिफरेंस बिटवीन फिजिकल कैपिटल एंड ह्यूमन कैपिटल। Physical capital, it is tangible and can be easily sold in the market. Human capital is intangible and it is not sold in the market. Physical capital is separable from its owner. Human capital is inseparable from its owner. Physical capital is completely mobile between the countries except some artificial trade restriction. Human capital is not completely mobile between countries as movement is restricted by nationality and culture. After discussing all these concepts, we move further for assignment. First question is define human capital formation. Human capital formation is the process of acquiring stock of skill and expertise of a nation at a point of time. Next question, enumerate the various forms of health expenditure. The various forms of health expenditure are preventive medicine, curative medicine, social medicine, and clean and safe drinking water. Why do technically qualified persons like engineers and doctors migrate to the countries? Technically qualified persons like engineers and doctors migrate to the country for better opportunity of job. Differentiate between human capital and physical capital. This question is very clearly explained in the slide, so go through the slide properly and answer it. Now it is your time. We will meet again in second part of this video lesson. Thank you.